Hi, my name is Nick from Jazzduets, and my mission is to make you a better musician. Here is the plan of today's video. 1. Introduction. 2. Listening to Dexter Gordon's solo. And 3. Meticulous bar-by-bar analysis of the solo. Tenor saxophonist Dexter Gordon was one of the pioneers of straight-ahead jazz. His powerful and instantly recognizable sound, characterized by his tendency to play behind the beat, made him one of the most influential musicians of his time. In today's video, I will walk you through a bar-by-bar analysis of Dexter's epic solo on Second Balcony Jump from his 1962 Go album. Along the way, I shall be commenting and suggesting key takeaways from this titanic rhythm changer solo. Hope you enjoy. So let's now listen to the first chorus of the solo, played here by my friend Damien Poots on guitar. Okay, let's get started. Let's listen to the first phrase of the solo with the pickup. Yeah, so here, Dexter is using the last phrase of the melody, this one. And this is a great big takeaway, to plagiarize elements from the melody. Think about it. If we don't reuse elements of the melody of the tune that we're improvising on, then every solo, every rhythm changer solo we play will be similar if we just play on the chords. So we must have something that differentiates the solo. There has to be some kind of reference to the melody to give it all a context.
Songs have a purpose. They have an emotional purpose. They're written for a purpose. So when you listen to a song, like Stella by Starlight, which was a love song, and then you hear it played 200 clicks faster than it was written, you can tell that the musicians who are playing it don't really hear the song, but they know the chord structures, and they're going to use the chord structures as a vehicle to show how fast they can play.
So in these first 4 bars, Dexter is playing globally over the turnaround chords. So globally means he is focusing on the overall tonality or key of the music rather than the individual chords, which would be called a local improvisational approach, which is something that the great Hank Mobley was an expert at, subscribing closely to the chord changes. Here is a previous video on local and global improvisation to check out. So the notes in these first 4 bars come from the B-flat blues scale. Root, flat 3rd, 4th, flattened 5th, 5th, and flat 7th. These non-diatonic notes are pungent and even a little rude against the diatonic chords. So much for playing the correct notes of the changes. Dexter throws that idea out of the window in favor of a more bluesy approach. And this is massive. The lesson here is to be free, to play what you like. It does not matter a fig if the notes are not academically correct. After all, this is the beauty of jazz, the freedom. Now bars 35 and 36. Let's have a look at those. So Dexter is having a lot of fun with just these 5 notes. Yeah, it's almost like an identical repetition of the first 2 bars here, but with the flattened 5th. He's ending on the flattened 5th. Going on. Right, so at 37 in the next 4 bars, it's like he throws a switch and suddenly he's like in bebop mode, playing and outlining the chord changes precisely. So this is in stark contrast to the previous bluesy global material he played. Let's look at this. So that's a lovely little embellishment to the 5th of the B flat. So this bar 37 line, this leads perfectly down to the G, the 3rd of the E flat chord, and the A flat highlights the B flat 7. Beautiful voice leading here from the A flat down to the G. Bar 38, look. So here, in bar 38, Dexter ascends via the notes of a G minor 7 arpeggio. This is a pretty logical thing to do, because it's like he's playing an E flat major with a 9th. So we've got the 3rd, 5th, major 7, and the 9th of the E flat. After these notes, Dexter lands on the E flat, this one here, then proceeds to outline an E flat minor 7 chord with these subsequent notes. We've got the D flat, G flat, E flat. So that's like an E flat minor 7. This works as it is very strong and a very logical thing to play, the 4 minor 7 chord there. However, it's kind of played over an E diminished, the sharpened 4th diminished 7th. Let's listen once more from here. This opens up a really interesting, important discussion in jazz. Who is right? The piano player or the saxophone? The melody or the chords? Actually, they are both right, as both the parts are coherent and work independently. So together they might produce a momentary dissonance, but this is fleeting. Philosophically, this is very interesting, because playing all perfect notes in jazz ultimately will sound bland and boring. Okay, so let's listen to those first 8 bars. If you want to encourage further videos, please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. Let's go on the next 8 bars, the second A. He kind of does the same thing. The first 4 bars are global. He's just playing diatonically, basically, in B flat major. And then he goes like bebop again, playing the changes in the next 4 bars. Let's listen to the first phrase. So this phrase is a great example of how Dexter often used to quote popular tunes. Here he is quoting Mona Lisa, famously sung by Nat King Cole.
Mona Lisa, men have named you.
Yeah, so it's like, as I said, it's very, very major here. Da 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 da. He's just like embellishing the F there. Then, in bar 45, let's listen from bar 45, where he suddenly goes bebop again. Yeah, so that's a really nice bebop lick there. So here, you can see, goes up E flat major, then down E flat minor. And we're in B flat, so that's why he's playing the A natural there. Yeah? Can you hear that? But this is very strange, or very interesting. So instead of resolving on the bar line, dead on to the B flat, which would be kind of boring, he delays it by putting in a 2-note chromatic approach. Yeah? Let's listen to that. Theoretically, this should not work, but it does, as the line and notes make sense, and afterwards resolve down to the 5th. This 5th here. Again, just as in bar 39, Dexter plays this flattened 6th, the G flat on the B flat chord, which darkens the sound of the line for a moment. So let's listen to that. This actually could be harmonized by a B chord. Maybe that's what he's thinking there. Actually did a video on that. Here, check this video. I think that is enough to digest for now. If you want to carry on with the analysis, check out the Jazzduets Rhythm Changes course that features 21 of the greatest rhythm changes solos of all time. To finish, let's feast ourselves on the second chorus of the solo.